Just kind of trying to test the mic, see if it's working. I have a feeling it might not be. Just waiting on it to kind of come over here. Yeah, that's not working. Try that. Ooh, that is loud. Try that. Okay. Let's see. Not that bad. Okay. So we are back with some more compact claustrophobia. And I have a couple plans. Nothing too crazy this time, but definitely some things I want to get done. Namely, we are going to automate wood now. How much fuel do I have in here? That's fine. Should also start working on that a little bit more, but no need. Real quick, however, I'm just going to show a little bit of what I did here, because it is a little bit different. I don't know if this was here before. It's been a little bit. I don't think this was here. So we still have this setup, kind of, for the most part. Was this here? Okay, if not, we replace the item duct that was here and replace it with an item conduit just to make it a little bit faster for transporting between like what needs to get deleted and then into this chest. This chest is still being transferred out up here and over here, just the uranium grit. And then everything is filtered here to be smelted. La-di-da-da-da. Now, here, I used to have this go straight to a chest and then from that chest go into the sequential fabricator, and then from there, using the sequential fabricator, combine aluminum chunk ore pieces into aluminum ore chunks to be smelted and then filtered to its designated area. I've gotten rid of this chest, and I have changed a couple of things up. So, what have I changed? Well, first up, in this filter, we have a whitelist set for redstone, lapis, nether quartz, magnesium, boron, lithium, and the aluminum. And the reason for this is because I don't want to flood this single pipe from the furnaces here with a bunch of stuff all at the same time. So henceforth, I have this as a bypass. So all of that will go in here. So we have magnesium, boron, nether quartz, lapis, lithium, and redstone. And then we have copper, silver, and gold. And I'll get to why that's there in a second as well. And here we have the iron, aluminum, lead, nickel, and tin. Now, why is that? Well, if we come in here, we will notice that the east side tunnel is here. Now, if we look over here, east is this one. So that is accepting all of this. The reason it's accepting all of this is because I'm not making any pickaxes that use any of that. So iron, aluminum, nickel, tin, lead, and then tough alloy, which I don't have, but doesn't matter. Those are the only ingots I'm actively using to produce pickaxes, and therefore are the only ingots that I need to come through this item duct over here via this tunnel, which then gets sorted into this chest and sorted between our assemblers. Now, the reason I set it up to where it is separated is while it's not usually an issue, item ducts can actually get clogged if there's too many items running through them at once. So this is a way of kind of remedying that. In fact, do I even need this set up to... Oh, no, that's a blacklist. Do I need this set up? I'm sure I have this for a reason. I don't know what it is. Oh, for the gold, silver, and copper, that's why. But the reason I did this is that way, instead of everything being on one line going directly into here, there's some things that will also filter out into this side, which will bypass this entire filtration system here and just go straight into storage. And the reasoning for this is because if these get too many items going through them at once, these aren't the like impulse item ducts, so they aren't as fast at transferring items. They can get clogged, and if it gets clogged, then transfer doesn't work and it can get backlogged. It's not to the degree of like what Buildcraft was once upon a time, but it's still possible. And that is why we have it set up like that. Now, what are we doing with this stuff as well? Because before, I only had these assemblers hooked up to make the pickaxes that I could make. Now, I wasn't able to make iron before because we weren't mining for iron. However, if we look here, we now are making Constantan pickaxe and bronze pickaxes because we are now actively capable of automating both bronze and Constantan, which will allow us to make iron and copper infinitely. And the way we are doing that is if we come up here, let me do a F5 mode. So right here, we have tin. Right here, we have copper. And right here, we have nickel. Now these are being outputted into here. I have small servos because this doesn't need to go that fast. Like, it already is backlogged, which is fine. That's what I want. And basically, all these go into these alloy furnaces here. We have two, one for Constantan using copper and nickel, and then one for bronze using tin and copper. And this is fully automated, utilizing our power from here. Now, obviously, we do not have a lot of power within this, and I know that, but we shouldn't need a lot of power. This generates about 420 RF, no, 240 RF per tick, and that should be plenty to keep this system running. And if I need to, I can just easily double this and make a new tiny compact machine with thermoelectric generators and just slap it there. It's not that hard to do so. So yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff that's new on that end. However, you will be noticing there is one problem we have still, and that is we do not have a way to get tough alloy, on top of which we are not producing steel pickaxes either. Now, to solve this, I want to automate steel. Now, I know how I'm going to automate steel, and it's pretty simple, is we want to use this system here. The redstone furnace, smelting wood, or oak logs, into charcoal, charcoal being pulverized to pulverized charcoal, and then pulverized charcoal with iron creates steel. That's the plan. However, in order to do that, well, first up, I'll probably need to make more of these, but I'm not worried about that right now. What we need, first and foremost, is we need to automate wood. Now, there's a quest for this as well, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be progressing through the quests a little bit and going down the road to automating wood ingot. Nope, not wood ingots. That's not a thing. To automating our wood production. Now, there's a few things we need from wood production. Namely, we need charcoal, but also wood just to use on our own, and then wood to make sticks to make our pickaxes to keep our resources running full time. Now, I've been looking at a couple ways of doing the tree farm, and you'll see what it wants us to do soon as we come over here and finish this quest, the Boron Spaxel Hoe. So first up, we have some sticks. Second up, we have our boron somewhere. I guess it's in here. Yep, there we go, boron. And now, in here, we're going to make this. Now we need a few of these, and best case scenario would be to automate the production of these. But if you look at the durability, it basically has 3,000 durability. I don't think I need to worry about automating this. If it becomes a problem down the line, then I will. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. So let's start making all of the things we need. So there's that. I also need some iron. And Paxel. Bingo. So there we go. What's so special about this? This allows a auto clicker to be able to mine wood for us, which is going to be very useful. Also, do I have any more uranium blocks? Yes, I do. Thank you. I would like to start up some more of that. Thank you. So, now we're going to look at the next quest here. Automated wood. So this tells us what we need. So auto clicker 6. I already have our tree farm kind of set up over here for the most part. Let's just break a couple of these auto clickers so it registers that we have them all. 5. I don't want to break that one. 6. So there we go. We have all the auto clickers we need. Next up, not gate. Now this can be a little bit more complicated, but shouldn't be hard to do either. As long as I have some stone, which I do. Nice. We need saplings. Well, that's gonna be kind of an issue, but also not really because I have all these saplings. I just kind of head on out of here. This is kind of a lazy way of doing this, but whatever. Now how do we make this guy? Circuit plate, smelting stone. Okay, easy. We'll be able to do that no problem. Go in here again. We have that. Now, it wants us to make Phyto Girl. I'm going to see if I can do it without that. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm really going to try. I think I can. I did some tests. It's a little well, not necessarily complex. It's more so whether or not I can do it with as little power as I want to. So, now that we have the dirt, we need some cobblestone for some reason. Not sure why that is. I shouldn't need cobble. Not gates. Let's smelt up some of this stone. 1920 stone. Sure, we'll do that. Okay. So there's our circuit plates. So now, not gate. We need some redstone. Redstone. Give me a bit more redstone than that, please. Thank you. This is why we make a bunch of redstone blocks. They're easier to store. There's a bunch of that. Let's just search this up. Not gate. There we go. So you already got that. Conductive plate. Whatever those are. And then 1, 2, 3 of these. So there's one of those. Nope, I don't need more of that. I need 3 more of these. 1, 2, 3. And 1. I don't know if I need 2 of those. I think realistically all I need is 1, but we'll find out. Next up, red alloy wires. Ooh, I didn't know we had those actually. That's nice. Red alloy. So red alloy compound. I just need what, 3? Yep, that will work. Smelt. Easy. Red alloy wires. Done. And now we need some boron spaxel hose. Okay. Boron. Let's make a couple more of these. We need 1, 2, 3 swords. 1, 2, 3 pickaxes. 1, 2. That's a problem. Yep, that's a problem. No sticks. Well, shoot. Well, bright side. We can do this. There we go. Ah, shoot. Got an axe, didn't I? Yep. Oh, well. That's fine. Do that. Thank you. Leave. Now what did I do? Shovel. Shovels. And let's toss out some of my junk that I don't really need in my inventory right now. We need 3 axes. 1, 2, 3. And hose. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4 of those. Now it wants us to make this. So charcoal's the easiest way to do that. Fortunately, I don't really have any charcoal, I don't think. We got enough. So next up we want Snyder. That's a predicament. How do we get Niter? Was worth a shot. See if we could do that. Dust can get it for me, or I could do sandstone. I like the idea of sandstone, just so I can get a little bit. So I think we'll do that. Problem is I can't do the pulverizer because that's not going to give me sandstone. Hey, we got some speed upgrades here. Let's use that. Perfect. Now give me the sand I need to then toss into here. Nope, in here. Well, that was unfortunate. Off to a great start. 7 and 8. Do it a couple more. There we go. That's 1 niter. How many do I need? 4. Then slag we should have. Yep. Got plenty of slag. I do need to get some more wood, though. So let's grab our steel axe. Come over here. Start producing this a little bit longer. Because I need to get some charcoal. That's not facing the right direction, is it? That is not. That's unfortunate. Not the worst thing, but not what I need, really. Come on. Come on. Grow. Grow for me. Grow for me. Oh, fine, whatever. We just need 4. Take that out. Toss this in. Get our pulverized charcoal now. Oh. That's awkward. I had it on me already. Okay, so we got this. Now I just need some niter. I have 1 niter. We need a little bit more than that. That's 16. That's 32. And that's 64. So that's this quest completed now. Now, like I said, we're going to try and not use the Phyto-Grow. Instead, I want to try and use a watering can. Because I think I got an idea that might work with using literally any of these. So we're going to just try the copper watering can here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a bucket. Watering can. Check. Okay. So now that we have a watering can, we have our auto clickers. We're going to come over here now. So this guy I want to have face down. Which means I need to have our hammer, crescent hammer, and let's go again. Nope. 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 Okay, that's good. That is correct. Now we need 2 buckets. Bucket. Leave. And then we need water. I really should probably, like, fix this area, but I don't go there a lot anyways, so I'm just kind of ignoring it. So let's get some building blocks. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can do this right. So the idea is, if we do this, and have this on right click, it will fill this watering can. Give it a moment. Takes a second. Wait. Now it will. There we go. Okay. Now this isn't going fast enough yet. We'll get to that. This needs to be on right click for our saplings. That way, if this is broken, seriously? Seriously? I understand it's 100 ticks, but come on. Really? Nothing. Hmm. Well, that's pretty annoying. Why is that not placing? Definitely should. Unless maybe it can't do it with this so close. It's just trying to right-click on that block. Can it not right-click on this? No, but if it sneaks, it should. Okay. Sneak. Okay, there we go. We got it working. So now, over here, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we don't need that last auto-clicker. Now, using the NOT gate, we're going to do this. Good. Oh gosh, nope, don't do that. Now, here is the idea. No, that doesn't work. Oh, okay. I see why we need the other one then. Does this need to be reversed like this? No. Reverse like that. That sounds right. That sounds right. And then I would do that. And I think that should be all I need. All I need. Now this is going to be left click, this is going to be left click, this is going to be left click. All of these will be our left click. Alright. Now since we have this, we may as well just Excuse me? I see. So I have it wrong. This needs to be off. Because it was breaking it before. So now... no. That did not do what I thought it would. But it definitely places a block now. No, it doesn't, because now this is in the way. Okay. Hold on a second. I thought I knew what I was doing. I must be wrong. I feel like I'm not wrong, though. Ow, that hurt. Should be like this, and then like that. That way you are off. So I think this one will still be working. Okay. What if I did it like this? I'm not breaking it. And if I turn this off? Well, it's still off. If I did that now. Okay. But also, if that's the case, all I should need is this. In theory. We'll see if that will work. So the idea is when this is fully grown, this turns off. So this should be able to break that log. Perfect. Perfect. Now, of course, this doesn't work right now because, well, it's going too slow. But it does work. That's good. So now it's on to the power part of this. And then a vacuumulator. Nope. Vacuumulator? I don't have one of these, right? No, I do not. Oh, great. Hey, one hopper. Beautiful. Okay, so we have a hopper. Iron gears. So we have iron, easy. Tin, easy. Okay, let's see about making this guy. Tin, copper, glass. Over here, device frame, copper gear, check. Device frame, check. Iron gears, check. Redstone servo, check. And vacuumulator, check. Bingo. So there's that. I need this guy. Next up is going to be power. Now, I already have the power set up. Yes, right here. It's technically my backup power for the ME system, but I can make another. I then need our generators or flux ducts. Bingo. Okay. So here we go. So this is where it gets interesting. So this auto clicker here, we're going to set to speed of 6, which costs 100 RF. Now, as a reminder, our tiny compact machine here will output 240 RF. So let's place this here. So this guy is now getting power. This guy's getting power. this guy's getting power. This guy will get power for a second. I don't know why that's registering that it's getting power when it definitely is not. That's weird. Do I want to... I mean, I can plug it in and, like, it's not going to do anything. And then this has power. So immediately, you can hear that this is going a lot faster. And what's happening is, since it's going this fast, picking... Okay, hold on. That's loud. Since it's going that fast, it is actually using some of the water that it picks up. So as soon as it picks up a bucket, it then begins to use the water. And then it picks up another bucket, keeping it filled, but also constantly using it. And bingo. That's what we want to happen. Now the question is, will this break it? So that broke it. However, we have the same issue as before, as this is not going fast enough. So now these need to go faster. Now, once again, this is already going, taking 100 RF per tick. So I can't go 50 because that would be 150. We can do 25 though, because that would be 75 plus 100. So that's only 175. So let's let that run. See what happens. We need this to be broken last, which it is. Let's see if I can bump this up to a 1. Just to kind of make it a little bit faster. Still going. Okay, we can make it a little faster still. Let's do a 2. So 2 is only 5 RF, but it's every 50 ticks now. So let's wait. Hey, I'm getting free wood. That's nice. And this is just with a basic watering can as well, which is nice. Now these are constantly going. Like if I walked in front of this, it would hurt. But this one is not going until that redstone control turns off. Okay, there it is. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think that might work. So 50 ticks, and then these are every 15 ticks. Now, obviously, this would be better if I can make it go even faster, but I don't think I need to. Like, I could also make this go faster too, but you can see that's going to be way too much power. We don't have that kind of power. But I mean, honestly, maybe I could bring it up a little bit more. This is 10 RF. We currently have 175, so that would be what, 185? That's not bad. We can do that. I can pull that off. Give it a second. Actually, we'll just use the... Okay, wow, that is not working. It's taking a sweet time to grow, huh? Bingo, there we go. I couldn't tell what happened there. We're going to wait for it to grow one more time. That way I can see the wood inside and see what's breaking first. By the tick rate, these should break it about the same time as this, since it has to break through like 3 blocks. That top block is not breaking right away. So that is this block here. I could bump this up to that, just to keep it going faster. Now I don't know if we have enough power for that, so let's calculate this. 100, 50, 150, 200. So 210. 210 is enough power. It is enough power. And we'll give it one more second to go. Just so we can see where it is breaking these blocks at. And if it's breaking them fast enough. Because we know this is going fast enough. It could be going faster. Once again, if I brought this to 250, it will grow this tree way faster. But we aren't going to do that. This makes it work, and that's all we need. If it can work, it will work. Realistically, I don't think it needs to be that fast. It just needs to be fast enough to slowly generate us wood over time. And then I just need to split it like 3 separate times so I can have one automating steel, one give me periodic wood, and then one automating sticks. I'm just waiting on this guy to grow. Okay, yeah, that's about the same time, so I think we're so far so good on that. This also gives us plenty of apples, which if I make 10 canisters, that would be a really good source of food. So now the better question, where am I going to put this vacuumulator? This isn't being used, so place it there. Sure is picking everything up, so that's good. Not that. Toss all the wood in. Then the saplings, and then this. Oh, perfect. Saplings are automatically being inserted here. That's actually very helpful. Also kind of unhelpful because I don't have that filtered. And that will cause an issue at some point. I don't know when it will, but at some point that will probably be an issue. Let's see what happens here. Well, it's not causing an issue right now, so maybe we'll be fine. But to be safe, I should probably place it here instead. And that way, I can grab a item. Ooh, here's a good question. Do we want to use item conduits? No, I should be able to just use item ducts and some servos. The reinforced servos should be good enough. Okay, so this guy here, servo. Ooh, now we do need filters, however. So filter restricts what may pass through it. Nope, wrong one. Go over here. So since this is only collecting 3 different items, we just need this to be a whitelist for saplings. That way, all saplings, when this is on, and this is also set to go out in the back, go there. Perfect. And now, I want to look at the apples and the wood, because that's what this is here to do, is make wood, get apples. Apples mainly for food, because can't really think of an easier way of food. Probably just place something right there. Get a tunnel there. Call it good. I feel like that's the easiest way around it. Do I have another tunnel? Do I have some light engineering blocks? I do not have either. Okay, well. Do I have iron plates? Yes, I do. And I definitely should have some copper in here already. Don't think I need that many. 7, 8. There we go. Now, light engineering blocks. We need some more copper. There we go. I need iron. There we go. Okay. Light engineering. Boom. That is not the right thing I need there. I need this guy. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's toss all our junk. Got some tunnels now. And the idea behind this is we want to place a tunnel there. So that will allow the items to go out. I don't know how I got dirt in there. Oh, we're also getting sawdust. That's kind of an issue. Anyways, though, we need another filter. Filter. Well, that's unfortunate. Um, What can I do with sawdust out of curiosity? Using sawdust. Yes, uses for sawdust. I can make paper. I can make phyto grow. Make rich phyto grow. That's not really helpful to me. Aqua chow. I don't know what the heck that does. Pulped bioblend. Ooh. That actually might be helpful. So I will keep any sawdust that comes from this because it might come in handy. Oh, and gunpowder. So yeah, we are definitely going to keep any sawdust that comes out of this. Realistically, I could also make more sawdust if I pump the wood into, say, a sawmill when I produce wood for myself. Or when I like produce sticks. Something like that. Not yet, but something like that. Well, this is all set up. So this we are going to pick up. Now we are going to come over here, and then we are going to come over here. The reason we're coming over here is using this, we can now input our wood into our system over here. Now I want wood to also come out of this machine through to this machine through to whatever machine I have. So that would be nice to do as well. But for now, we need the wood and a system to make steel through here. Which means we need this iron to come up to there. So we're going to pick this up, toss it there, and we'll do that. That shouldn't cause any complications still. I don't think so. Yeah, realistically it shouldn't. That should still be the furthest thing. It's like iron should not skip by this. Yeah, because iron goes down here anyway. So technically it was closer here before, and it was working fine. So there would be even better. And from this one, we would make a alloy smelter somewhere and stuff like that. Now this is probably going to need more power. We aren't going to worry about that yet. Mainly because we need to figure out where I'm going to set this, and I'm not too sure. We'll try there, and I'm assuming this is set to down, right? Yes, that is set to down, and it is going absolutely nowhere for some reason. Set down. Okay, good. Let's get some more item ducts. Item duct, like so. And get a chest. Okay, use some wood. Right, don't have wood. Grab a crafting table. That will work. Go here, and I would really love to be able to get up here when I want to. Game, thank you. Good enough. It works. Okay. So now that I'm here, I want to enter this machine. Want to grab some wood, and we want to make a chest. And I forgot about the filter I need. Yep, got the filter. Okay, iron. Check. Iron nuggets, check. Paper. Check. Redstone? I don't even think I need redstone. Just need a filter. Filter. Glass is what I need. Yep. One glass. Thank you. Make some filters again. Okay. Ooh, actually, I want more of these. Because I have to split this a couple of times. So let's get paper. Then let's get some glass. Check, check. Beautiful. Realistically, I didn't need to make those. Just realized that. It's fine. We need servos. Servo. Let's make some more servos. Do we have some electrum? Yes, we do. Let's use that. Now I need redstone. I need glass still. Okay, so make a couple more of these servos. Check. And then a few more of these servos. Beautiful. Now let's go. We'll see what we can do with this. So first and foremost, we need a chest there. So chest there. This should now get resources. However, it's getting our saplings. We need to blacklist those saplings. That's where this filter comes in. This filter is going to be a blacklist for saplings. Okay. Now saplings need to go here. We're going to have a problem with saplings, however, because it's going to overflow if I'm not careful, which means we'll have a ditch chest over here somewhere. And we'll just make sure it's like blacklisted for saplings. I'll figure that out later. So we'll have a nullifier like here. And since this is set to nearest first, it'll go nearest here or here and then here. Not worried about that yet. Will become an issue because that's already a lot over. But now that we have this, we have oak wood, we have apples, and we have sawdust. We need to filter out these specific things from here. So the apples and sawdust, I'm just going to do a whitelist quick, getting rid of those as soon as we can. So item duct there, whitelist for apples and sawdust, temporary chest, go in there. And ignored. So goodbye, apples and sawdust. The wood is what we care about. We need to split this wood 3 separate times because we need wood for sticks, we need wood for standard use, and then we need wood to convert into steel. So, question is, how are we going to do that? And honestly, I'm not exactly sure, but my general idea is first, we need to get the wood out of this chest as quick as we can and put it into another chest. Check. So wood goes in there. I would love it if I had like smaller chests. That's what I would love. But I do not. Tiny. Nope, nothing. Oh, fine, whatever. Place this guy here. Do this. Got some chests. So now, this is where we can start splitting things off. So ignored, ignored, 1, 1. So this is a perfect 50-50 split to there and there. Meaning wood will end up here and wood will end up here. That's not that fast. It doesn't need to be fast. And what I can also do is I can just do the three-way split right now, right? Because like I can just do another thing like here, ignored, and now it's a perfect three-way split, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. That works. Actually works really well. Did not expect that to go so well. What I could do is I could make this a little bit smaller and have like this here. I could also set this one. Well, I don't have round robin function on these, so this will work. Now, our iron is here. Correct. Yes. So we need iron to come out and go into our machine. However, which one am I going to use here? That's a very good question. Because some of this is going to become sticks. This is probably the most ideal one to use for going into this iron. I also just realized I screwed this up because the redstone is no longer working on this. We need a redstone here. That's also going to become an issue later because, yeah. Wait, nope, redstone's ignored, so we're good. So, what am I thinking? This one? If we do this, we can have redstone furnace here, or we could have redstone furnace here. Yes, redstone furnace here, into pulverizer, into induction smelter. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Now, here's the better question is, can I use an alloy smelter to make steel instead this way? Nope, because nuclear craft steel is not a thing. Okay, I got it. So as a temporary thing, now we'll just make some new ones. Not that hard. Brick. Brick. We have 2 brick. Do I have clay? I know we have clay. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We need a redstone furnace, like so. Okay. So we need 3 machine frames. We need some tin. We need some iron. I have the iron on me. Do I have any machine frames? Nope. Okay. We need glass. Okay. Redstone furnace needs some copper gears. Easy. Copper gears. Check. We need brick. Brick like that. Done. And tin gear. 1, 2, 3. Those guys. 1, 2, 3 of those guys. Copper gears. 1, 2. We need some gold. We have a little bit of redstone, but I would like some more redstone. Just like this. Alright, redstone furnace. We need this guy. We need the copper gears. 1, 2. And then this. Redstone furnace, check. Next up, pulverizer. Pulverizer. Unless there's a better way of making pulverized charcoal. 2000 RF. That's still 2000. So no, there's not. So this is the best way. So pulverizer it is. We need more copper gears. 1, 2. And then we need redstone reception coil, machine frame. We already have that. Piston and flint. Piston, check. Flint, almost check. Gravel, thank you. Make flint, manufacture gravel. Boom. There's our second flint. Pulverizer, beautiful. Induction smelter's next. Induction smelter. Recipe for this, Invar gear. Do I have Invar? Yep. 1, 2, 3. I need 4. Then my bad. 4 Invar. This guy, check. Do I have sand? Now I do. This, that, and that. And perfect. Okay. Let's go through the same things again. We're here. Let's jump up. So using this chest here, go into a redstone furnace like so. Okay, that's going to be a little complicated because I can't have that output in the front. Oh, where's my wrench? Why did I put that back? That wasn't very smart of me. Okay. I don't know if that's the back or not. That is not. Do that one more time. I don't see it there. I don't see it there. I think we're good. So the back is an output. The side, if I'm right, this should be an input. I'm thinking I'm wrong. So this is the input? Or is it just being dumb? What is going on here? Okay, well that is our input for some reason. I need input here. Auto input enabled. There we go. So check. So now we are producing charcoal. We are then going to toss it into a pulverizer right there. So this pulverizer needs to have auto input enabled. Like so. And there we go. Pulverizer, check. So now, let's start hooking up our iron. Not like that. Like this. Then iron like so. Ignore redstone. So now iron is capable of going into these. This is going to be disabled from this. This is going to be disabled from that. We don't want anything entering there except what is supposed to. And now induction smelter, we're going to place a filter whitelisted specifically for iron. And since these guys are whitelisted each for their specific items, there should be no problems. Turn that off. And let's watch the magic happen where iron enters in here. So long as I have that set up. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Iron. Check. Okay. And that is infinite Okay, my mic is back. Not sure why that happened. Oh, shoot. Um, hmm. Flux lock locked. Auto input and input the charcoal don't have that locked? What happens if I lock it now? Will it still put things in? No, it sure will not. But it is working. It is working. So what can I do to fix this then? Because it still needs to input the stuff from here, but it's going, once this runs out, it's just going to shove a bunch more iron in. Well, this is why we need a couple more filters then. Yep. Okay. Let's come back over here. Type in filter. Nope, don't even need to do that. We got it. Come back over here and around we go. So we already had this set to iron. Now we're just going to undo that one. I'll grab that in a sec. Whitelist iron again. However, we are only going to tell max total in the inventory is going to be, just do one. Like, yeah, just do one. Because when we make steel this way, through the induction smelter, it only makes one steel. So I only need one iron always in here. So that works fine. Ah, see, this got screwed up. Tried outputting stuff that it was not meant to. I knew that was going to happen. Either way, this is working. It's working. This is good. And these are pretty dang permanent now. As I'm not too happy about, but not much I can do. In either case, this isn't outputting anything else in here, and it is slowly producing charcoal. I'm not so sure I like the fact that I don't see much more wood going in there, though. Can I click on the redstone furnace? What's going on? Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Slow. I might have to chunk load this area. I wouldn't be surprised if I have to. Then let's just chunk load all of these. There we go. So let's leave here now. So now we are here. We have this mess. Unfortunately, something's going wrong. And I would love to know what. Is it just going through that much wood that fast? Probably. Probably. Hmm. In which case, perhaps we want to instead do a servo here and then tell it to round robin. Round robin. One. White. Nope. Don't ignore that. Do this. Do this. And then we're going to take this. Take this. Take this. I don't know how an apple ended up in there. Wood should only go through here. Apple should go that way. Nothing else should end up here. All right. Let's see what happens. We aren't getting any saplings through here, though, right? No, not as far as I can tell. Okay, so now this is round robin. This is one. We need to edit this. Nothing can go through the top. And then I'll do something like this. Disable that. And then I guess do that. And then ignored. So this should still work in theory. Yep, 1, 2, 2, and 2 momentarily. Yep, 4, 4, 3. Okay, it's working. It's working. I wish this could go faster, but like I said before, it doesn't need to go too fast because the next step is going to be this guy here, I guess, because we need to make sticks. So the better question is, how do I want to get to the sticks? Sticks. So I can make sticks using 2 logs like this. That's probably the easiest way, realistically. And then I could just tell it to make only 1. Although the downside is I have to craft that. So we could use sequential fabricators. I would love to be able to get this. Requires a compressor. Requires a diamond. That's not going to happen for a while. I would love it to happen, but just not. Although I guess I could just... I mean, I got crafters. Could do that. But it would probably just be easier and better in the long run to just have an assembler here. Give it some power, have it output sticks, and only tell it to output like a stack or something. Because all I need it to do is go through here, and then the limiter does all the rest for me. Because all these are limited to have only 6, which means it will only output 6 to each of these, and it shouldn't flood these with anything else because there's no other inventory for it. It's only these guys. Okay. Let's do that. And this is going to fully automate our system. Cyclic, what is it called? Fabricator. How do I make one of these again? Okay, another machine frame. Simple. 10 gear. I need 10. Okay, there's some tin. Beautiful. 10 gear, check. I need copper. Beautiful. Copper, check. This guy, check. And this guy, boom. Crafting table. Crafting table. Bam. So we got our fabricator. So from there, we're going to come over here. Nope. Then we go in here. We walk up here. And this is going to be told to input. Auto input unavailable. Well, shoot. That's fine. I can make that work too. Because all we will do is this. Not that. We will do this, set this to 1, and then set this to round robin, and then tell it to go into here. And ignored. So now this is just going to spread our wood a little bit more. Downside is I have to bring a cord all the way over this way, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. There's a recipe set. Let's get some leadstone conduits or whatever, flux ducts. Come back over here and here. Okay. How bad is our power system struggling, by the way? I'm actually curious now. It seems to be functioning still, which is shocking. But, I mean, hey, if it works, it works. There's this. So we are now producing sticks, and we are already maxed out on our sticks. The output is in the left. And realistically, if I've done this right, I can also set a servo here to do the correct thing. So if these are all 6, so 6, 12, 24, 18, 24 ingots, or 24 items, and then plug in. I think that will automate this completely. I'm not sure, but I'm also pretty sure it will. I'm also not too sure what will happen with that. Oh, might help if I have this ignored. And I guess eventually this will fill up and we won't have an issue there anymore. Okay, yeah, it is. It's functioning. It is definitely functioning. I don't know what all it's done, but it has definitely done something. So we've got sticks there. I don't know if it's reached here yet. I think it has because there's 3 and there was definitely 6 of those in there, right? So let's check. Turn our sound on now. Music and sounds. Turn that up. 48%. We have the constant pickaxe. Check. We have nothing there. Nothing there. We have lead pickaxe. We have tin pickaxe. There's our aluminum pickaxe. Nickel pickaxe. Constant pickaxe now. I would love the iron pickaxe. Boom. And bronze pickaxe. Okay. That is fully automated. 100% fully automated. And eventually, this is why I like having tiny chests, but unfortunately there's no such thing as this. Eventually, though, this will fill up entirely. And then this won't fill up entirely. Hope is this will fill up entirely, though, but that's not very likely. No. So next up would be speeding up that farm. Would definitely love to speed up the farm. Realistically, I guess I think I did this the wrong route here. And here's what I mean is, hey, how about we eat some food here? Yep, thank you. First and foremost, I want to make a bunch of steel. And in order to do that, I think this, instead of splitting with this chest for personal use, it should split with this chest to produce extra steel. So that's what we're going to do instead. We're going to place you there. We're going to place you there. And now we're going to grab our servo there. And then limit it to 1. And then we'll grab another chest to place next to it, like so. Not this one. Don't want that one. Okay. That should work. Yep. Okay. So that's split. This can be ignored. So any wood that goes in here will be split between these two chests now, which is good. As long as I set this to be round robin, like so. Boom. Then anything that ends up in here will become more steel. Anything that ends up in here will just be our personal use period and stay that way. And what I could do as well is I could actually split this one more time as well. Just to make sure we have like as little as possible. So we're going to do this. We're going to place the chest there. I need another servo. I don't know if I have any more servos. Yeah, I'm not making that one. So we need a servo again. We need electrum. Electrum. Can I make it? I think I can. Yep, boom, boom. Let me grab some cobblestone so I have building blocks. Come here. Then come here. Okay. So here's the idea. Build up, like so. Place the servo here. Set to round robin. Bring it down to 1. Ignored. So now this is going to be split between not this, but it will go into this chest again and be split. So we have a lot of splits going on here now. But it is working. It is working. Because I don't need a lot of wood for myself. I just need steel. Steel, steel, steel. And now we're definitely making steel. We're making good steel too. Oh, and hold on. Just realized. I don't actually... Like, this is our round robin. This is our personal chest. So I actually screwed up. Correction. This actually does connect there. It doesn't connect, however, with here. So you need to go. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm confused as to what the heck I've done myself now at this point. Okay. So, from here, wood goes in here. Wood then goes into here, in which case it is split via this guy on a round robin into here, here, and here. Okay. Once it is in here, it is split off again between here and here. And then once it is in here, it is split off again between here and here. Between here and there. I don't think that necessarily fixed anything. And I think realistically, the better option would be just having anything that goes in here go directly in here. Maybe. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure. I feel like that's the best bet. You know, we'll just stick with that. We'll just stick with that, call it good. I think it's good. That looks like a problem. Why are you making pickaxes still like that? This is full. Is that happening everywhere? Do we have an issue? Slightly. It's fine. Oh gosh. Yeah. That's a problem. That's a problem. How to fix that? Filters? Yes? Maybe. One. That probably will work. I mean, we don't realistically have servos there, but I feel like that will work. All these pickaxes, hey, I guess you got spare pickaxes in here now. So, yippee. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Let me get another reinforced filter here. Go in here, go in here. I don't know if this will fix that problem, but yeah. I don't think I really got a way to solve that issue. Oh, and look at this. Is jam there too? Dang. Okay, well, anyways, this is on one. This is on one. So hopefully that solves that problem. If not, I might just have to tell these hoppers to face down and then have a servo saying pull. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. Problem is that this is an issue. This is an issue. But if we tell it to have max total items in inventory, 1. That might be fine. We might be good. Okay. So there we go. I didn't actually get too many quests here, so that's kind of unfortunate. But I think the most important thing was just getting this done. What we can do, however, is since we now have steel being produced, why don't we tell the system to start making some steel? So there we go. Oh, no, that's gonna... Yep, that caused issues. We're gonna have problems with you, aren't we? On the bright side, it does work. It's just, well, yeah, that. Okay, take you out, take you out. Make you! Wait a second. It shouldn't have made anything there. You are literally plugged into redstone. You shouldn't... Huh. That shouldn't happen. Well, that's an issue. Why is it doing that? It shouldn't be able to do that. It, like, really shouldn't be able to do that. Huh. It should not be able to do that. How did it do that? What happens if I do that again? How is it doing that? What? This is off. This one's not doing it. So how is the other one? How is this side not working the same way? What? I guess the redstone control works on this side, but not the other? Question mark? Let me get some lead. Because for some reason this is also out of lead, and I don't know why that is. Huh. Well, that's a problem. That's definitely an issue. Yep. That's gonna be an issue. I really thought this was a redstone thing just like this, but apparently it is not. Because, yeah, that is not crafting a bunch of them. But as soon as sticks go in here, that's an issue. That's a big, big issue. That's a problem. And I don't think I can fix that without tearing apart the entire system. Nope. That is really annoying. Huh. That's really dumb. It is constantly outputting, and it shouldn't. I guess I'll have to figure out another fix for that. Probably one that doesn't use redstone. Because evidently that don't work there. Alright, well, I guess I'll call it quits here. I'll have to do some research to see if there's a way to fix that. Because, yeah, that's a problem. That wastes so much resources. Otherwise, we do have automated wood. We have automated steel. So, it's not all lost. It's actually a pretty good system we have going right now. That's just an issue there. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy and hopefully learn how to badly automate some things, because it's a 50-50 here. Like 50% of this system works, 50% is kind of doing whatever the heck it wants. I'll have to fix that somehow. I'll figure it out. I'm sure there's some kind of wireless redstone, or I could use red alloy wires and just shift these forward a little. That will work if I have to. But with that being said, I will call it quits for today, and might be on tomorrow, but depending on what I find, it might take a second. So if not tomorrow, definitely the day after. And with that, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are, and I'll catch